Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Keeping It Real 100 with Reverend Dr. My Eyes, Dr. Feyi, and our guest.
I'm Christian, nurse practitioner student.
All right. What are we doing today?
NAD Plus.
Okay. So, NAD plus. What is NAD plus? I already told you something. What do you know about NAD plus?
NAD Plus is how they are restoring my mitochondria and my telomeres so that my bodily functions can come back to a more positive state of existence.
All right. So, NAD plus. Yes, that's correct. Woo woo. Yeah, you have to be involved in your health. You cannot just go around expecting to do 100% and everything and anything your doctor says. You got to understand and be part of it. Be involved. Be intentional. So NAD plus is in our cells. Okay, it's a coenzyme and it exists in our cells and it helps to repair the mitochondria of our cells so that it can be repaired. So any damage going on, it can help to fix it. So that's what we're doing today. And we are doing NAD. The full meaning of NAD is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. All right. So it helps to repair the mitochondria, the ATP, which is a powerhouse of the cells. So it also helps to produce energy. So if you feel tired, because your thyroid is good, it's not thyroid, your hemoglobin is good, it's not iron, but you just feel tired, check your mitochondria. Now, Western medicine doesn't have any test for mitochondria. They don't have any test for glutathione. They don't have any test to check NAD plus. They don't have that provision. So that's why we have to go into the powerhouse of the cells, the core of the cells, to repair it, so we can reverse the root cause of the problem. Okay?
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
How do we test the mitochondria?
We have labs that we can use to test the mitochondria, the cellular function of your cells.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's a specialized.
Right. It's a specialized test that your insurance will not pay for.
But we have a solution for that.
Okay. Right. NAD also helps with your circadian rhythm, your sleep pattern.
Okay.
It helps to regulate that. You're going to be able to sleep better. Also.
Like less dreaming, more sleeping.
Right. More sound sleeping.
That'd
More
be nice.
solid sleep. Because there are usually two problems with sleep. It's either you don't fall asleep, or when you sleep, you wake up, you don't go back to sleep.
Or do you have nightmares?
Right. So some people don't sleep deep. Every light thing wake them up. Every little thing wakes them up. Right. So that's what that does.
And then when we get through with this, we do the red light therapy to help it flow and restore the cells.
Correct. So here at Life Guide, we do everything that will regenerate and enhance your body's ability to heal itself. That's all we're about. We're not about chemicals, because our bodies are never made to process chemicals. We can't process chemicals, okay? So we do everything to help your body heal. So infrared helps to remove toxins. It helps with pain. We do allograft injection instead of steroid shots. Steroid shot will tank your immune system. It's just like telling your body's immune system, go to sleep, I got it. That's why they say you cannot just stop steroid after taking it for a long time.
Does that include corticosteroids?
Yep.
Because that's typically what they would suggest for my autoimmune issues or rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes.
Is that, which is exactly what you say. They give you the injection and it gives you a boost for like a day, and then you're
Not
crashed.
a day, maybe 3.
Well, maybe 3 days.
Every 3 months.
No, for
Up
me it
to-
was 3 days.
Up to 3 months. They
No,
say.
it worked 3 days or 1, 2, 3 days, and then it never came back.
So Because, so this is it. In Western medicine, we only have two tools in a gigantic toolbox: prescription medication and surgery.
Okay.
Right. If they put a bullet in your body, you need surgery to take it out.
Right.
Holistic medicine is going to take out the bullet. Okay, so surgery has its own place.
Okay.
Right? And prescription medication has its own place. However, when it comes to helping our body and improving our body's ability to heal, they only have those two tools.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Eastern medicine has everything in between. Infrared, all this NAD, glutathione, and all the supplements, nutrition, okay? Ayurveda, that's been around for how long?
Thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Right.
Chinese herbs, all these herbs are natural. We are able to provide that with Eastern medicine.
So the main thing is we have to determine what minerals one is lacking, and then get it in them,
Correct.
so that the body starts into a homeostasis
Right.
and starts to restore itself as naturally as possible.
Correct.
Because that's pretty much the only way to do it
Yep.
safely,
Correct.
and
Right.
everything else is
And so we have all this 14 system. Immune system is one of the most important. If you get steroid, it tanks your immune system.
okay.
Okay, so because all those NK cells and the T cells, all of them were just like, okay, you got it. Okay, I'm going to sleep,
Mhm.
and then they give you the steroid shot.
Mhm.
Okay, just to take over for a short period of time. So if they withdraw it suddenly and your body is still frozen, your immune system is still frozen and sleeping, you're gonna be left hanging. So
Mhm.
that's why, like, gradually tape it down so that your body can gradually take over. But by the time your body wakes up, like, what am I supposed to do again?
Mhm.
Your body can't fight anymore. So that's why you have to continually improve your own immune system. That's why we use allograft to help regenerate those cells. Allograft we use for pain, we use it for facial, we don't put those strong chemicals in your face, we use for hair restoration, we use it for erectile dysfunction, we use it for urinary incontinence, which has added sexual wellness benefits. So
And then you mentioned something else about how our insurance here won't cover the test. So how much does that test
Which one?
run to find out someone's mitochondria levels and such? To
it starts from 450 and above.
450 and above? Is that like based upon how many tests are being run
Right,
at once?
based on what else is going on in the body.
Mhm.
Because if somebody's some people have diabetes in their family and they don't even know it,
Okay.
right? But they're already having neuropathy, they're already having numbness, they already have a wound that won't heal. They're having those signs of diabetic complications, and then we
Mhm.
have to check those out. If they're constantly not sleeping, if they are obese and can never do anything to lose weight, we have to find out those hormones,
Right.
the metabolic hormones, the 4 major ones.
And the only way to get that test is it starts at 450.
Right.
But you did make it an option available, which I thought was very convenient and kind of you to your patients to do an in-house financing
Right.
option through a third party, no credit check type.
No credit check.
So say it's 450 minimum.
Right.
They would have to at least, or we would at least have to be able to pay a deposit towards the 450,
Right.
and then you would be able to give us time to pay that out, like
Correct. 6 months up to a year.
6 months to a year, which is usually pretty good.
Right.
But at the worst case, if it was like what do you say, the people who are already retired, you were even willing to extend it longer
We can extend it longer, 18 months.
because they're gonna get well,
You're gonna get
and
well.
the better they feel, they'll be able to get out and do more, and then
Right.
and probably afford it and be glad to pay it just because
Correct.
they finally figured out the magic formula.
Right. So the goal is to get you well. As much as we have the power to do it. Alright? Here we have the power to do it with Ayurveda. We have the power to do it with Chinese medicine. We have the power to do it with nutrition. All plant-based. With IV hydration. with all these natural things that our body already has. So we have the power. All right. Are you willing? Are you ready to be healed? Are you ready to reverse your disease? Or you're going to go around with, my doctor said it can never be healed. I'm going to live with it and die with it.
But we won't. Well, I've been told that for many years. I'm living proof that you have to know your own body to know what works for you and what doesn't. And if you're allergic to something, you need to let people know that, because they don't know what you don't tell them. And if you accidentally get something in you knowingly that you're allergic to, you can't blame the person trying to help you because you allowed them to put it in you knowing that you're allergic to it. Basic. Most of us don't know that, and we just learned the hard way. But that's all I wanted to say, because if I didn't know when I'm crashing, I wouldn't know when I need to drink my fruit juice or my veggie juice or get my IV to boost me back up. And it took me a good 10 years just to figure out how to know when I need what I need on my own emergency level, not to go to the emergency room per se, unless I'm literally dying and have no other choice, to go on a gurney that way. Because you can know your own body, get your own CPAP, know your own oxygen levels, breathe, purchase a machine if you need to yourself at home, of course with your doctor's prescription and guidance to know what to do when. You can put your own oxygen machine on and go until you feel better for a minute, and then drive yourself to the clinic or wherever you need to go. Or better yet, they even do house calls, so if you can't drive, they can come to you. That's important that you know that, or you could end up accidentally deceasing to exist on Earth in a human body, and be on the other side saying, dang, I wish I had remembered that, oxygen, or because when you realize it was the simplest little thing that you could have did to keep yourself alive, even if it's your CPAP, to keep you breathing at night, because you're stopped breathing so many times you eventually don't wake up no more, and you just got to know those things to prepare yourself for travel. It's like being disabled, but you have to enable your disabilities yourself in your mind, even if it's to seek the proper guide on how to keep you in check, to know what you need, and then you got to be able to afford to stay alive. Because if the insurance doesn't cover it, honestly, all we can do, it's like paying for your own grocery bill. You either gonna pay for your IV to stay alive, or your apples and berries, depending on your state of dis-ease in your body. But when you're at the point where you're like 80 to 90% disabled, but you can still do mind over matter enough to walk, that's when you got this much time left to figure it out. And that's why we're here, because we figured it out, thank goodness, like right in time. Because they kept telling me I was about to expire, and I was like, I don't believe that. You're gonna have to show me that on the lab. Didn't I say that?
Right.
You're gonna have to show me on the paper why you say I'm about to expire, because I've been told this, that I'm dying and I'm not gonna live for at least 11 years, which is ridiculous, by the way, from my point of view. Because I'm like, no, I'm still alive actually today. Thank you. Oh, but you're gonna die. There's no cure. There's no. And I'm like, look, you need to expand your horizons. Because if I'm living, breathing, talking, walking, asking you to put this in my arm to keep me alive, then obviously there's something that's gonna get us to the next stage of evolution on a medical journey that we're all on together. And we're doing like heart, mind, body, and soul restoration on a cellular level from the womb, meaning we can go all the way to the moment you were born, and then help ease those cellular traumas of that created the dis-ease to begin with. So you might have to go all the way back to birth and realize, oh, was this a stillborn? Did they have to resuscitate the baby because that was the first trauma that stuck in the mind? So we've been joining forces on our expertise to assist the worst, I hate to say the worst, but the most chronic, complicated dis-eases known, period.
Right.
And I have like 5 of them right now.
Right.
I think 5 or 6.
Right. We have a patient.
I have
with,
5 or 7. I can't remember. I lost count.
Yeah.
Diseases.
There's a patient that had ulcerative colitis, and she's been going to GI specialist for 9 years.
Yes.
And when she has her flare, she goes to ER
Mm-hmm.
for fluid, and she would wait in the ER for like 5 hours.
Yes.
And during COVID, she was waiting there for like 7 hours before she can get a bag of plain fluid. Nothing in the fluid, no vitamin C, nothing, just one bag of fluid and go back home.
That's fact.
And then she found Life Guy. She found me and called me. And we stepped in with holistic care for 6 months. By the end of the year, she was done. She fired all the specialists. We're like, I've suffered for 9 years. And she was so upset. Like, how come I didn't know about you all this time? She went back to work. She started playing with her kids. She started playing with them in the driveway, playing basketball hoop with them. Back to her family, back to her life. Get your life back. Don't give your life to the doctor and leave it there. No, get your life back. All right. This is Life Guy Healthcare, and we're here to help your body heal and reverse all the diseases in your body. Okay, with all things natural. All right. See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.